A warm welcome to this special, very special occasion. Before I do the formal welcoming, can I please ask Mr. Jude to open this event in the appropriate manner, please?
Good morning, everybody. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, what a privilege to be here this day, sunny in Brandwag, Father. A great opportunity that you, Father, blessed us. Father, we ask you also to bless the occasion, the year with some other friends that we never saw before or that we saw for a long time. And what a privileged moment also to have other stakeholders together, Father. You brought us here to bless the community, the leaders, bless the mayor, bless the officials, the other leaders from other organizations. Bless her also, Father, who leads us here. We ask this in your precious name.
Welcome once again to everyone. A hearty good morning. A special word of welcome to our Executive Mayor, Alderman Lewandale, who is present today to take part in this event. To our partners, Nestle, thank you very much, Kwan, Barbara and Edwin, for being here. To Cape Access, for your partnership. Without you, this wouldn't have been possible. So thank you, Calvin, Jade, Joyce, Desiree, Klaus, for you guys being here. And Warren as well, to our director present. To Joyce there at the back, to Paula, who's representing the community. Thank you very much. And feel welcome here today. We just need to apologize for the ward leader, Raadslid Councillor Aniki Jansen van Rensburg can unfortunately not be here due to illness. There's also a special council meeting today, so Councillor Fortuin will be a little bit late. But for those of you who are here, thank you very much. Thank you that you're observing the COVID-19 protocol. That's one of the reasons why we haven't invited more people, because we also need to be cautious, especially now with the warnings of the third wave. With that said, I'm giving over to Director Elise Nial, who's the Director of Community Services and Community Development, of which we are part. Thank you, Director Nial.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to take my mask off because I'm far away from each and everyone. I think more than 2 meters. Thank you, Aileen, for that welcome. Yes, it's my privilege to just give those of you who don't know, and I think some of you know more than me, about the background of the project. And the mayor will be able to keep you busy for a day and a half with stories from Brandwag. So he will get his opportunity a little bit later, but from my side I would like to say that the building that is commonly known as the Skier among the people in Brandwag is the property of the CPA, the Communal Property Association, and an agreement was finally reached in September last year between the municipality and the CPA with regards to this building. This agreement determines what the municipality will contribute, what the municipality will bring to the table with regards to maintenance and repairs and things like that. And then the work started. The Skier was in dire need of a major facelift, and the municipality engaged and partnered with Cape Access and Nestle to renovate this building into a centre that will be something that the community can be proud of, and that will assist the community in the development and the education of not only the youngsters but anybody that would like to better themselves. After several engagements between the CPA, Nestle and Cape Access, it was in the end agreed that Nestle will assist with the renovations on the inside, and then Cape Access will install the 18 computers plus the server, and the municipality will do the renovations on the outside. The municipality has appointed its service provider and it's basically finished, and Nestle's work are finished, and then Cape Access is as well. Obviously we had some challenges. I'm just going to say COVID, and then everybody knows what that challenges entails. But other challenges were damages to the property while it was being renovated, and there was theft, unfortunately. There was cables that were installed that were stolen, and Nestle kindly agreed to do it again for us. And then we had extra expenses with regards to an alarm system and a night guard that was appointed. But in the end, we worked through all of this, and the dream was realized. And today we can stand here in the community hall, and we will go a little bit later over through to the skier and see the culmination of a lot of partnerships, hard work, and working together in bringing something together that will benefit the community as a whole. And I wish to thank you. It's not my job to do the thanks, but I wish to thank everybody for the commitment and for the spirit in which this was done. And so it's a proud occasion for me. And yes, that is the background of this project. Thank you very much, Aileen.
Thank you very much, Director Niall. With that being said, we're handing over to Mr. Kwa Yun, who's the Nestle factory manager. And as the director said, Nestle really invested a lot of money and a lot of their time and a lot of their energy into the skier, and not only the skier, also into other projects here in Brandwag. So thank you, Kwa. You can come to the front and do your part.
Good morning. Oh, thank you for a warm welcome and the opportunity extended to me to be part of here today. It's really a privilege, to be part of the opening of this Brandwag East e-learning center. This e-center has been the collaboration between Mosa Bay municipality with all the businesses around to put together in the beginning of the project. The installation of this infrastructure would not have been possible without the support of all the businesses as well as community. I'm sure the Mosa Bay municipality and the Brandwag community welcome the addition of this new installation, which will encourage the growth of the community at large and building community leader for tomorrow. The e-center will improve the social well-being of the Brandwag community by encouraging the youth and community to protect it, to utilize it, and to sustain it. In doing this, we're growing and developing the new leader and the productive members of community for the future. So, in the spirit of cooperation, I congratulate each and every one of you here today on the achievement of this vision together. So I have discussed to really on this congratulation the greatness of a community in most accurate measure by the compassionate action of each member. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwa. And once again, thank you for Nestle's partnership with realizing this dream here in Brandwag. I'm handing over to the Executive Mayor, Alderman Mr. Harry Lewendal, who is a child of Brandwag, and like Director Niall said, he will be able to keep us busy for hours, but he only has a few minutes to keep us busy. Thank you, Mr. Lewendal.
Good morning, everybody. I want to congratulate Paula that they actually decided or give us permission so that we can open today this e-learning. You know, to work with a CPA is very, very difficult. And I said to Eileen and Logan, they nearly wanted to stop the whole business, because to work with people such as the people from Brandwa, no, it's not an easy task. But we did overcome. Yes, I am from Brandwa. Yes, I was born here on a farm. And so everybody was actually born here on a farm. This piece of land, we only got in 95. We got this piece of land, and it was actually a land reform project. This was also the first land reform project in this region. And if you don't know what is the land reform project, it is for homeless and landless people. So what you actually did, you actually provide a learning center for landless and homeless people. Although you see today that there are very small houses, and I can actually also tell you that we are in the verge to expand it, 2 bedrooms. We are going to build to each and every home who qualifies, because we want to uplift the community. You cannot drive on the Lievendal Road and you drive to small houses, because I'm a proud man, you know. So we are going to make sure that what you see here today will change maybe in 3, 4, 5 months. Then you will see an area that you did not expect to see. Talking about the land reform and talking about taking landless people from farms, you need to understand that it was difficult to bring people together who have never lived together. They have to bond as a society, because it is circumstances who brought them together. I can tell you that the circumstances, some of the circumstances were, they had to drink water from a sloot where cows were lying dead, and worms coming out of the cows. And there was no other reason for them so that we could begin with the land reform project. But everything went well. We got the land and we could transfer the land to the community. More of these type of communities you will see alongside, I don't know, R1, R02, 03. As you drive from Hartenbos, you will see Sonskindveld. Then you will see Brandwa. Then you will see Reiterbos. They are all land reform communities. But at this point of time, Brandwa is the farthest as a land reform community, because they do have their title deeds. The others, we still struggle to give them their title deeds. It is not in the hands of the local municipality, but it's in the hands of national, and we are speaking to them. We have already received a letter, but that minister is deceased. She passed on, and we are now struggling for a new minister to assist us with it. Now, what is the reason for it? To be landless and homeless, whilst other people are not landless and homeless. You don't have an identity. Because you cannot say that you are in a new South Africa and free, and you also have land that is actually on your name. And that's the reason why we are working on it. I think the best thing is that people can now say that when they leave their houses, they can go home in the afternoon. I once was a teacher, and one afternoon, a child came to me and said she wanted to go home. And I asked where. She said, no, I wanted to come to school, but my parents have moved on to another house, on another farm. She don't know where they are going to stay, but can I please take her home? Now you can understand what this means. The child wants learning. She wants an education. That's the reason why she came to school. But her parents was actually evicted, and she only knew that they moved to another farm, but she don't know where. And that child was in grade 3, somewhere on a farm. And that afternoon, I made a decision. I'm going to better the lives of the children who are in our school. And that's when I started with this project, and that was in '93. When we started, we established an NGO which was called the N2 Rural Development Forum. And I can tell you that NGO moved and do things over the length and breadth of this area. Because most of the people staying here and the children come from the same circumstances at that point of time. One day, somebody asked young people what they actually want. Is it really work? Because whenever we speak to young people, we think that they need work. But the answer was, education, please. Give us education, please. Because education is actually what we need to further our standards of living in the society. It's not work, it's education. The center that we are going to open, actually, that what you did and all of you did, will give young people the education that they need. We are also working on a project, and I don't know whether Logan can tell me, but we are working on a project called YES from national government. And through that project, we will actually enhance the learning curve of young people. Because if they go through that project, they will actually learn there what they need to work in future. You see, so first of all, give us education. And I want to thank the director and the head and everybody who were involved, especially Cape Access. You know, I always tell Hilton that I was one of the best learners of his uncle at the school. Although, you know, schools have had intercoms in the past. And when I go to the office of the principal, and his surname were also Arendse, he will talk over the intercom and he will tell the other learners from the school, I've got Harry in my office, but I'm going to learn him a lesson and give him some hits. Well, Mr. Man is sitting there, he is the headmaster of the school now, but everybody has got a history. He had a history of coming late at school each and every day. Because you have now passed a hill, very far from here, maybe 10 kilometers from here. That's from there he had to walk to school every morning. I have a history that I did not listen to anybody. I had a will on my own, as I said. But we are not the same, all of us differ. But we can also bring different people with different mindsets together and pull together so that we can put something together as one. And this is what we have done here in Brandbach. And I think that the headmaster of the school was the man. He was also a learner when I was a teacher. Now he's a big guy. But what I'm saying is, it will benefit his school. Because crime will slow down and children will come to the e-center in the afternoon and they will have places or a place to stay for the afternoon, whilst as we wanted it, that their parents can work. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that we want, and this is my last year that I will be part and parcel of the municipality, but the only thing that we want, please keep on investing in our children. Keep on investing in our children, and you are investing in a community for the future. You can think, if we did not take this people from the farms, what would have happened to them? Now they are in a close-knit environment, and now we can work together to make them better people, and the children better children. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Alderman Levendal, for those wise words. And as you've said, we're giving the community access to the world. With that said, we're calling on Mr. Hilton Arendse, also one of our strategic partners. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible. So give him just a nice warm welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Fran. Thank you for the opportunity to say something at this session this morning. The Cape Access program is very close to my heart, and I take a very strong interest in this specific program because the education of our people, as Alderman said, is extremely important. And I also take it very seriously. And from Western Cape Government, I'd just like to congratulate the Mossel Bay municipality, Nestle, and the community for achieving this. So, if I can start with the thanking and gratitude, I need to start with the mayor, who many months ago came out with us and called us, the Cape Access team, myself and Calvin, called us to meet with him on a Saturday afternoon, and we had to go to Sonsken Valley, and we had to come to Brandbach, and he showed us the site specifically, and he said, this is where I want these centers to be established. And it shows leadership, and it shows an interest in the community, and it shows that the mayor is in touch with the community and the needs of the community. So Mayor, from my side, thank you very much for just driving this process personally. It just makes it that much more easier for us as a provincial government to establish these centers when there's strong leadership and that the interventions and the direction is coming back from the top. But you're also assisted by a very strong team, Mayor. And I need to acknowledge Director Nell, Logan, who's always on our case, Peter, and then Aileen. So those are strong people who really drive the process and make sure that we are aware of the requirements. And they don't let us forget when we committed something. So thank you to your team also and for the work that they've been doing in this process. And then to Nestle, well, we've just met briefly. But thanks for the contribution of Nestle to this project. I always say that government cannot do everything alone. Government cannot solve the problems of the country on its own. We need private sector to work with us. We need private sector to identify what we want to achieve in our country and to work with us. And you've shown that commitment, and you've shown that by even being here today in opening the centre and also the contribution that you've made. And we hope that it's not going to stop there. And it sets an example for many other entities that need to come on board and assist us in addressing the challenges that we have in our community and in our country as a whole. And then the Cape Access team, under the strong leadership of Desiree van Lief, the CEO of Cape Access. Desiree, thank you very much for your leadership and for driving the team. And then your team members, Joyce and Klaus, who's here today. Because without you guys at the coalface who's driving the work, the establishment of these centres, appointing the staff, it's difficult for us as a provincial government to achieve it. So my huge thanks to you and your team. And then also to my own team members, Warren, and then we cannot forget Calvin Groeneveld. He can unfortunately not be here today because he's self-isolating, but he's been a key driver of this process, and I'd like to convey my thanks to him also. And then we have two new staff members, which are Dominic and Jade. Welcome to the Cape Access family. You have a huge task on your hands because there's a huge responsibility on you to make sure that the centre is a safe space for our children. That needs to be a space where kids want to run to after school, to be first for a computer. And it shouldn't be a centre where they feel scared or unsafe. So you need to create that atmosphere. Our mayor has now indicated how he's progressed in life in his humble beginnings, and also the principal. And it was only possible, in my view, if there were those support structures. How minimal it was. If those support structures aren't there, if you don't have a proper library, if you don't have a school to go to, and you don't have these safe spaces, then it's difficult. So we're going to depend on you to make sure that the kids feel welcome, that they know this is where they can be in the afternoon, and that they can learn. So, and to the community, it's important that we treasure the centre. And know it's a centre, it's a small centre, but there's 15 computers in the centre, and it can make the world of difference to our people. And just to give you an idea as to what's happening in the centre. So we have a centre with 15 pieces. We have 2 people that's working there full-time in that centre to assist our learners and to facilitate training. And it will provide free access to our youngsters in this community to ICTs. They'll get accredited ICT training once our our Cape Access team members are trained, and it will link you to the world. So whereas you're sitting in this specific community, you'll be linked to the rest of the world. And what happens to you, and the potential of this center is unknown at this stage. We do not know what this center will deliver, but it will depend on the community, it will depend on our facilitators and our development managers and center managers. It will depend on the kids in the community. Everything will depend on them as to what we're going to achieve in these centers. My Alderman Rivendell, I'd like to link to your presentation where you said that education is important, it's the most important thing. Our former President Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which can use to change the world. And that's important. And this center is a key part of education. So, as been proven by the mayor and the principal and many others who are sitting here who came from very poor and humble beginnings, it does not matter where you start in life. It does not matter. Yes, there will be constraints, but if there's people around you who want to help you, if you have the will to succeed, then you can become successful. You can be a coach. You can become the principal of a school. And it's incumbent on us who has gone through those processes, who came from humble beginnings, to make sure that we set the platform for the youngsters that come, and they also become mayors and principals and presidents and engineers and lawyers. So from my side, to everybody who's been involved in this process, and on behalf of the Western Cape government, I'd like to thank everybody, and hoping that this center will go from strength to strength, that they'll come back and say, but we need more pieces in the center because the people, it's been overused. And to Mayor, once again, lastly, for you taking the initiative in driving this process, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hilton, and also once again, thank you for your partnership towards this project. We're going to call on the chairperson of the Communal Property Association of Brandwacht, and she's representing the community of Brandwacht, and that is Mrs. Rochelle Phyllis. Also from our side, Rochelle, thank you for availing the property of Brandwacht for this project. And please also relate our thanks to the rest of the community. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm not much of a public speaker, but I'm a proud member of the community today. And all I can say is thank you. I know it was a struggle. It was almost more than 2 years. We struggled to get this project finished, but I'm proud to say that we are here today. I'm almost teary. And I want to say just thank you to the municipality, to Cape Access, to all the role players, to Nestle especially, for being so patient with us and contributing to our community and never give up on us. And you couldn't have made a better choice with the two workers. Jade has such a nice personality. Dominic is small, but she's very strong-willed and hardworking. So I just want to say congratulations to you guys. And I know you will take our center from strength to strength. So a special thanks also to my principal, Mr. Mann, who's always supporting me on my community work and always is there, avail the school to the community. So the e-center will also help my job being lighter, as per se. So people come and I want a CV now, I must type them a CV. I'm so glad the e-center is there, so I must put my work aside and help them because they need jobs. They need to go look for jobs and they need a CV for jobs. So I'm so happy for the e-center. that's opening today. So thank you very much to all the role players. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Rochelle. It was now so difficult to say Rochelle because we know her as Paula. So thank you very much. Director, I just want to know, is Councillor Fortuin on her way or should I? Can I go ahead? You can. Mr. Mayor, can we put you on the spot? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Man. But also from our side, Mr. Man, thank you also for availing your secretary, especially in working hours, for St. Luke's door was always open. I know we had 1 or 2 meetings there as well, Desiree. So thank you for that. I now have the honor to do somebody else's work. But anyway, unfortunately, Councillor Fortuin, as I've mentioned, has to attend to a special council meeting. So just from my side, or let me rather say from the municipality side, thank you is such a small word, but if we think what comes from that and the huge impact, especially what this e-center will mean for the people of Brandwag, and maybe also not only for the people of Brandwag, but also for the surrounding farms in this area. We cannot say thank you will really be a small word. So from our side, we would like to thank Alderman Lewendal, as I think Kelvin mentioned that, Hilton mentioned that Mr. Lewendal on a Saturday called them the side and showed them the 2 areas where he would love to see e-centers, or where he saw the need for the community. So we'll really miss his passion and his drive for community projects. Thank you, Mr. Lewendal. Cape Access, Desiree, Hilton, Kelvin, Warren, Klaus, Joyce, who got on the bandwagon and who also saw the need for the community, and they've really prioritized our areas. I remember, I think Hilton said, please guys, remember this is, we investing a lot here in this area, but as he said, Logan, she'll pick up the phone and she'll say, but you have to come here, Mr. Jute, and Mr. Lewendal will do the same. So thank you guys for honoring our partnerships, and that we can really work together, and we really have good working relations. We phone calls and WhatsApps away. Thank you for that. For Nestle, Kwa, Barbara, Edmund, Kobus in his absence, really Kwa, we cannot thank you guys enough. As the municipality, we are doing so many things that is not the mandate of the municipality. But we as a municipality, we have a heart for the community, and we see the needs of the community, and we also know if we do not do community projects such as these, the municipality will ultimately sit with so many other challenges. Because as Mr. Lewendal said, if you're idle, if you're not busy, you tend to do wrong things. So we'll end up with lights, with streets and things that we'll have to repair because people won't have things to do. So thank you, Nestle, really for investing in Brandwag, and not only Brandwag, also the other areas where you invest, for never saying no. I remember like Director Nelson, there's been so many, a few break-ins, a few vandalism, and Logan could only pick up the phone and then he would come again. Like Logan would tell me, Eileen, I'm so shy to ask one them for these things again. But thank you for saying yes, Kwa. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to many other projects. I know you love Mr. Lewendal, but like Mr. Lewendal said, this is his last term as the mayor, being involved in the municipality as an official. But please do not now divorce us as well. Then to Paula, Rochelle, Paula, on behalf of the municipality, thank you also for your passion and for your determination. You could have given up a long time ago because we know, I think Mr. Lebanon also know, Logan knows all the struggles that you had to go through to get the permission from the community to avail the e-center. I think the last time you said, I took it upon myself, we and the executive, to give permission, and we'll deal with the community. So thank you for seeing the bigger picture for the Brandwacht community. As I've said earlier, we're giving people access to the world. Then to Director Niall, and also the other directorates at Mossel Bay Municipality for their contribution to the Brandwacht e-scare. When we settled the agreement last year, there were many things that need to be done, like the electricity, the renovations, the cleaning of the cutting of the grass and all those things, the availing of a night guard when there was a break-in. Luckily Jade is staying next door to the e-center, and he's also now the alarm guy there. So thank you very much for that, Director Niall. Then also to the Rural Development Department, especially the coordinator of this project, Mrs. Logan Datti. I think everyone who's present knows Logan, and Logan drove this project. And thank you very much. Like I said, we had to pick, especially with the vandalism. We were so shy at a stage to ask for assistance from Nestle again. So thank you, Logan, for your passion and your drive. Sejmo couldn't be here today, but also thank you for his contribution, and also to Lawrence. Lawrence sitting there, the DJ. He is the intern. He has been an intern at the Rural Development Office, and today is also Lawrence's last day at Mossel Bay Municipality. And from at the bottom of our hearts, Lawrence, we would like to thank you for your contributions to the community of Mossel Bay and for what you did. And we only wish you the best for your future endeavors. So with that said, I'm hoping I haven't left out anyone. That's always the problem with saying thank you. But everyone, I think we're not a lot of people here. Desiree, I remember Desiree called us about the furniture, and at a stage we weren't sure where the furniture was. But thank you, Desiree, for your commitment, your and Joyce's commitment. I think when you guys leave, Joyce will be responsible for this e-center as well. Thank you also, Joyce, for your commitment. For Klaus, he's the IT technician for the e-centers, and he works from remotely, and if he has to get into his car, then he comes here. So really, guys, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. To Jade and Dominic, you guys will now be the face of the e-center, and you'll be the coordinators and the employees of the e-center, and you have the heaviest task on your shoulders as from today. So all of the best for you. But we know Jade was a few years back was one of the mayoral students. So it's also nice to see, Jade, that you developing yourself. Thank you to the media as well for the Mossel Bay Advertiser, who's always ready to put Mossel Bay on the map, or Mossel Bay Municipality on the map. Thank you for that. I don't know.
It was a gift, so I must.
Okay, that's good. You don't need to worry anything. They don't take it for granted,
Kom, e-center sa mensen.
En iemand van Nestle en iemand van
Open that right also. I cannot show people around here as I
It's general use, but there's also training that they have. So that's why it's corridors. If you want to give training, then they have that part where they just provide training to the public or to the users, and then this can be. And if there have any issues, if they need assistance, then the facilitator or the development manager, the center manager, they will assist them and also train them. It's not only for the learners, it's also for the adults, the unemployed people are here. And what we find in the other centers is that the center is used by the adults in the morning from 9 until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and when the primary school and school it's flooded with learners. So we encourage the adults to be here in the morning so that the learners can have time in the afternoon. And as I said, 15 computers, and if once you have 15 here and you need to wait 45 minutes, the time will go very quickly.
Come director.
I'm going to take a picture of Maria and Nestle, and can we take a picture there? And